Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and early, 6 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, as I worked out yesterday and today, I saw a couple news clips that stuck out to me that I'd like to talk about. A proposed methadone clinic. It's called Medically Assisted Treatment, MAT. That includes methadone, Suboxone, some other subcutaneous. I believe they have a new one that's a subcutaneous injection that goes under the skin and melts for over like 30 days. And then you get another one. There's a variety of these, and they all have a very bad. They're painted with for some reason they carry a stigma. Let me say this: I'd be dead. I have no doubt. I'd be dead without methadone clinic. A lot of people probably wouldn't admit that, but it saved my life. It was a last ditch effort. Like I've told you guys before, I was in and out of. You go to the detox first. I'd be admitted to a hospital in a lockdown ward for a mandatory 72 hours. Because I was a danger to myself or other people, to detox. And then after that, they would sometimes they'd admit me for another 30 days in the hospital, or I'd go to a rehab for 6 months. I did that for 13 times. Okay. Near the end, the doctor kept recommending, have you tried MAT, medically assisted treatment? Have you tried methadone yet? You need a doctor's prescription, a doctor's recommendation to go into a methadone clinic. And I'd leave, I'd crumple them up, and within 2 hours, I don't say this proudly, I had the best intentions while I was there. I told you guys in another video, I actually led an NA group every night. I was the person that sat in front. I did that out of the hospital and in the hospital. And I had every intention of going clean, but the second my foot hit that sidewalk, it's amazing the pull of addiction, that voice. It wasn't a little voice back then. Within 2 or 3 hours of leaving the hospital, every time I was using. Not even a day. I never even made it one day. I was getting to the end of my rope. And eventually I decided I had nothing else to lose. Because people paint, that stigma with methadone. Like people say, they give the impression that you're just switching to another drug. Well, why do that? When I took it, it's the first time. First of all, it took about 3 weeks, and I continued purchasing the substance, even though it was being blocked by the methadone. I was throwing away $35 on a half bundle every single day, And then I realized that it was the first time in my life I felt normal for once. I swear to God. I remember being 9, 10 years old, and I remember wanting to drink. I remember seeing a bottle of blackberry brandy at I think it was in a supermarket, and I was asking my mother to buy it for me at 9 or 10 years old because I wanted to feel different. That haunted me my whole life, and methadone was the first time that I took it that I felt after I started getting treated with methadone that I felt normal. I felt motivated, sociable, normal. It saved my life, the short end of it. Okay, so there's a protest in this New Haven neighborhood. The Newhall, I'll put the clip down below. The Newhall section of New Haven. Now, I'll put the clip down below. If you look at the protest, one thing that stuck out to me, that was obvious to me, that I think every person, there's about 30 people in the picture, and every person was African American. That's not an issue, but then in the back of my head, I got to, sometimes I don't know if I'm saying something that I shouldn't say, if I should just keep this to myself or not. I don't know. It appears to be a predominantly more diverse neighborhood. And it occurred to me a lot of times, I remember growing up and hearing people talk about not wanting African Americans to move into their neighborhood because it would lower the price, lower the value of their homes. It's a terrible thing, but I remember actually hearing people say that. And you'd think that people that have had to deal with this kind of prejudice would be less likely to do it to somebody else. But okay, here's the thing. here's something I noticed when I was treated there for a while. And these people are concerned, and it hurt my heart watching this. I'll put the clip down below. And the guy actually said, we don't want to see trash on the sidewalks. And I don't know if he was talking about garbage and paraphernalia or the people. Honestly, in my heart, I think he was saying both. Really, is what he, and that just, you have people here that are making an effort, taking that first hard step, and a part of recovery is relapsing. It's not an easy path, and they're doing this. They're doing what society and everybody in the medical profession, asks that they do: reach out for help. Just reach out for help. And they're reaching out for help, and everybody. It's not just this neighborhood. You see this in all these different neighborhoods. That's great. You're getting help, but do it somewhere else, somewhere where we don't have to look at you. It hurt my heart watching this. Let me tell you another thing that I noticed when I was getting treated. There was people there. It's not all junkies. I remember seeing this one person, this wonderful, kind, older lady in her late 60s with a walker. Everybody used to let her go through to get to the front of the line. And she was far from the only one. This is not somebody you'd picture as a junkie. A lot of the people getting treated there got there because of different ailments or surgeries or broken bones and ended up taking painkillers, the current scourge of OxyContin. And so a lot of these people, I remember the first hour was just for people that worked. The first hour, I believe, was between 5:30 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. was just for people that were holding down a job so they could get in and get out. And you see the work trucks pulling in. I remember seeing a woman in a nurse's dressed up as a nurse. And this is what we're talking about: people making an honest, sincere effort to get their life back together. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. There's people there that I imagine they're not there for all the best reasons. That happens all the time. There's always going to be bad apples. But, you got people here asking for help, doing the right thing. And what these people that don't realize is when they say not in my neighborhood, it kicks it to another neighborhood, and they say not in my neighborhood. And eventually, some of these companies end up just giving up. And these people who wanted treatment don't get it. And what do you think happens to those people that didn't get treatment? They continue being addicts. And when they continue being addicts, what do you think happens? The crime continues. By denying these people treatment, they're more likely to deal with the problems that they're supposedly trying to avoid because they think it's going to bring crime and home burglaries and stuff like that. Drug dealing into their neighborhood. And by denying people or making it hard, because it's not just one neighborhood, it kicks it from one neighborhood to another, to another, to another for years. And these people just continue in their downward spiral of addiction, while one neighborhood kicks it to another, to another, to another. And it just continues. What these people don't realize is they're actually working against their own best interest of getting these people treatment and stopping the cycle of addiction and crime that goes along with it. That would be in their best interest. Let me say this too, because this is something that I particularly noticed. Addicts are far from stupid people. A lot of times, some of the most well-read, hardest working, most intelligent people I met were addicts. And they know, like I remember going there, like said 5:30, 6:30, and it was in a commercial neighborhood with a muffler shop, a dentist office, a home repair, and none of those are open. So all these vehicles, all these people going to get treatment, they know that they stick out. The police know where they're going at that time of morning. They're only going to one place. I believe there was a gas station, coffee shop up the street that might have been open by 6 or 7. But when you saw these vehicles all converging and going to get treatment there, you knew who they were, and they knew that you knew who they were. So if they were going to commit some kind of offense, some kind of crime. Honestly, they wouldn't do it there. I specifically remember one instance where a couple of people got in an argument, a couple gentlemen, and they were being fools, but they would not do anything in the parking lot of that clinic. They made arrangements to meet somewhere else because they knew. It's almost they knew the repercussions of doing anything. They'd be not denied treatment too. I honestly, what I saw, if it was almost like the effect of having a police station in your neighborhood. It's the addicts know that it attracts a lot of attention, and they were a lot less likely to do anything illegal in those neighborhoods. Like I said, and there's always rotten apples, but these are observations, I swear on the Bible, I saw. So it's definitely a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding of people just trying. Like I said, it hurt my heart watching this and hearing that guy say trash. I don't know, whatever his meaning was. They don't want this in their neighborhood, and these people are doing the right thing, the hardest thing in their lives, reaching out for help. And these people are saying, not in my neighborhood. It hurts my heart to watch it. All right, you guys, the links will be down below. You guys have a great Monday.